and welcome to That's What I'm Trying to Tell You, the podcast where women from different generations sit down to share their unique perspectives on life, current events, and everything in between. So join us as we navigate through topics with laughter, a little wisdom, and a whole lot of authenticity.
I have a question. I have been taking walks around different neighborhoods, and this has been going on for a couple years, but why do certain people, when you reach a certain age, I find that some couples will cut their hair exactly the same. There are a couple of people that I see, two sets of couples in particular that I see, and I honestly can't tell. They've got the Patagonia hat on, jeans, either Skechers or some On tennis shoes or New Balance, and you cannot tell from the back which is the man and which is the woman.
It's just like hilarious to me because my husband's huge pet peeve, and he doesn't really notice like how people dress and stuff, but his huge pet peeve is when women start cutting their hair like their husbands.
Yes. Why?
And I don't understand. Like, we go to this family camp every year, and it's a very interesting place because by and large, everybody goes the same week every year. There's like 10 weeks of camp, and if you camp ninth week, you're probably going to be with 80%, 90% the same people year after year. We've been going for 27 years. So we see people age, and we go up there and we're sitting, like at dinner or whatever with everybody. And my husband is like, oh my gosh, look, those two people now, they look exactly alike. And I don't know what it is either. Like, at a certain, like, you hit
Did you
60.
just give up?
Yeah, you hit 60 and you're like, well, let's just go to the same barber because it's cheaper.
That's so bizarre.
And I spend so much of my time, like, my big desire is to remain sexy and attractive and try harder.
I mean, I
With
mean, I know,
every year?
I know exactly what you mean. And it's not, it changes, I think. I don't know whether it's with menopause or when, but I think it shifts in a sense that I feel like I still want to be attractive. I still care about what I wear. I still take time to think about it when I go out in particular. You want to make sure your hair's done or you have makeup on or jewelry or whatever. And it's not even for somebody else, though.
No,
I was going to say, you're
you
doing
know?
it for yourself.
Yeah, it really is. It really is for yourself more, right? I mean, I don't have this sense of like, oh, I want people to think I'm hot. I just want to feel like I'm putting my best self out
absolutely.
there.
You want to think you're hot.
Right,
It's true.
right,
How
right.
do
So I
I-
do get like, do they just give up at a certain
No.
point? Like, what is going through their head? Or they start wearing just like the high-waisted jeans and the button-down shirt and they tuck the shirt. I mean, they look like a man.
See, and I
It's
mean,
so weird.
I mean, you both know that. I mean, I think I can speak for all of us and say that we all feel a certain way about active wear as well.
It's
That's
not
the younger people.
for dressing 24/7.
Listen, and nor is it for you to carry a Birkin bag with or your LV or a Chanel and go into Target.
Right.
It just
With
please
flip-flops.
stop doing
In
that.
your-
And
in
with
your
your long
leggings.
2-inch eyelashes.
Yeah, and
Please stop doing that,
oh, the
people.
other day
Please.
I was driving.
It looked like all kinds of wrong.
I was driving downtown, and this couple's crossing the street, and I'm looking at her and thought, how did she decide to walk out the door like that? She had actual pants on,
Okay.
but she had a bra on top and nothing else.
What? Like
She didn't have a
sports bra?
shirt.
What kind of bra?
No, it was like a bikini top.
Hmm.
And I'm like,
She ain't got a mirror or a friend.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how you walk out the door like that. It makes no sense to me. Like, if it's hot, yes, there's lots of things that you could wear if it's hot. Why do you have to
Why
dress
does
like
that
that?
feel right to you?
Right,
Yeah.
right. To walk out the door without any clothes on? It's so bizarre to me.
I have another one that's coming to mind off the subject of clothes, but I've noticed, particularly, men as they age 45 on up, and, some men don't need beards. Okay.
Yeah, say
I'm
that.
just saying that from a woman, from a woman who's born under an earth sign, from a woman who loves smelling good and men who smell good and look good. I look at all kinds of stuff
Do
when
you
I
mean
look at a
any
man.
beard, or you talking about the
Just
raggy,
some
untrimmed
men when the
ones?
gray is coming in, if it's coming in looking
Yeah.
all crazy, if you just really want to have it, trim it.
Have
Don't
you
just
heard of
think
just
that
for
you're
men?
one. Everybody can't wear a beard,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I think it's because it gets the stereotype like, oh, the silver fox, he's sexy, he can wear a beard. But really, you have to. It's like with the hairstyle. Like I didn't think about it until my hairstylist said it. Like because I asked her, what kind of skills are you using when you cut hair, and she said, I guess physics because it's spatial, right? And I said, yeah, you have to take into account. Or she brought up you have to take into account head shape, and she's like, oh, for sure. She said everybody's head is a different shape. So the same with the beard. If your face is a certain shape or you have certain features, it's not gonna look that great on it. It depends, but you know, if you wear it longer, you might start looking a little methy. If you wear it shorter, you might kind of start looking a little bit like you're on a sex offender list. So it's like hard to, you gotta strike a good balance. Like I personally, and I hope I don't get canceled for this, but I don't like NBA players when they grow that, particularly African American NBA players, when they grow out that long, like I call it the
Oh,
hotep
Yeah.
right.
Egyptian
Right,
beard
right,
thing.
right.
That's too much for me. That's too
Right.
long. You
Mhm.
know, even
Right. Just as a style, I don't find that aesthetically
You know,
pleasing.
neither do I. And I just say this, when you kiss somebody that has a lot of facial hair, that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
You know
Or
what I
when
mean?
food gets on it, when they're eating,
Smell,
just not attractive.
sex, all of that. Let's just think about all of that.
Yeah.
You know, but to
Yeah.
each his own.
To each his own.
But I'm just saying, and then, you know, you have a lot of men who are single, middle-aged guys who may not have a partner. When I had a partner, I was constantly, and he was very open to letting me groom him. You know, eyebrows
Or give
shaped.
suggestions like
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could, he would always do the, how does this look? Will you trim this? Does this look okay? But, you know, he was kind of metrosexual.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So he loved cologne. And I always say, and I always tell Jay that, and Kat, that I kind of assess people, men particularly because of, you know, my dad. And first thing I look at with a man is their shoes, you know? So I do it from the bottom
That's old
up.
school.
Yeah, old school. Do you polish your shoes? Does he have a t-shirt on under his shirt? All of that stuff. But anyway, back to the beard. They're just some things that
Yeah. I don't like a weird little rapey looking mustache either. Like the
Yeah, I have a very hard time with just a mustache on just about anybody.
interesting.
I cannot think of a single person that I find
Yeah, I like a clean shaven look,
actually
too.
attractive that just has a mustache. Hope I didn't offend any of my
No,
yeah, I know.
men
that I actually
right
know,
to-
but I'm just like
gentlemen
plenty
listening,
of
please wear
handsome men
beards.
with mustaches.
Yeah, mustaches.
Yeah.
But
sort of going back to the older person thing, you know, these women that cut off all their hair at a certain point. I mean, you can do it in a chic, kind of stylish way, and then you can do it in a way that looks like you went to the same barber as your husband.
Right.
You know, there used to be, maybe not so much anymore, but there used to be that thought that if you're over 40, you're not supposed to have hair below your shoulders or something, which
who
I
came up
think,
with that?
yeah, I don't know. It's very bizarre because, you know, I'm well past 40 and I like having long. I can't imagine really cutting my hair anytime really short. And, you know, you see lots of older women with like all gray hair and it's longer hair. I mean, as long as it's kept, I don't see anything wrong with that. But, you know,
I want to say this about the hair and the look of older men right now, just before it escapes me. There is a group of men on YouTube,
Okay.
and Jay, you know that I absolutely love looking at them. They are called the Silver Fox Squad.
Playing the video
And
right
I'm
now.
going to say that every single one of these brothers is super fine to me. Okay? But that's me.
Yeah.
But just we'll put the link below so you guys can look. If
Yeah.
you're gonna look this way and have a beard, this is the way you should look.
Suit, tie, nice Sunday, like
Gorgeous,
Sunday best.
gorgeous all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's neatly groomed, you know,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Good hygiene is always sexy, right?
Don't get your hair cut at the same barber your husband
No.
goes to.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And also, too, I think there's especially for women, a stigma around aging because there is so much, there's pressure on us our
Oh,
whole
yeah.
lives. When you're
Yeah.
young, you want to be skinny and pretty. When you're in your mid 30s, you want to be skinny and pretty. And then as you get older, maybe you have some kids, maybe you
You're
gain
still
some
supposed
weight.
to be skinny and pretty.
That-
I'm sorry, but
all through your life. So, as you get older, now there are thankfully more older influencers now, like in their 60s and 70s on social media, and a lot of them are skinny, but some
Yes.
aren't. I think that stigma, I think it's going away slowly, but it needs to be lifted. Like you can, like Kat, I can say this, you have tats, you're a boomer Gen Xer, you got those later in life. Like you shouldn't be afraid to experiment or
Exactly.
show your, still dress the way you want to as you get older.
Right,
Maybe you don't
right.
do it to the same level as when you were in your 20s, but for sure you shouldn't feel any kind of pressure or shame like, oh, I have to look this way because I'm old. Like I watch old movies sometimes from the 40s and 50s, and a character will like say their age or something, and they'll say like, oh yeah, my dad is 55, and you see the dad and it's like this old decrepit
yeah,
looking white man or something.
Yeah.
Like that was their idea of a 55-year-old back then. It's crazy to me. And I personally hate ageism, like, and it's very subtle now. Like I know I've seen a lot of boomers and Gen Xers that still work in the workforce, and they work with like Gen Zers and stuff. And the stories I hear about the way they're talked to at work, like they're, in a retirement home on the edge of having Alzheimer's or something, like, can you do that? Like they're not competent
At
anymore.
work, talk to in the store, like me.
Like you don't have double the years of
You
experience.
can't hear.
Yeah.
right.
What is wrong with
Or
these
that you don't have an
people?
iPhone, or don't, that you're not on YouTube too, or
We're
you're not.
still out here partying. We're still out here having plenty sex. We're still out here
Yeah.
doing whatever the hell we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, these days with all the, I don't know what, it's not really technology. I guess some of it is technology, but plastic surgery, Ozempic, all of this. I mean, at least, like from where we all live, there's a huge pressure to keep looking like you're 20. I mean, you see all these people. I mean, it starts to look pretty weird
I'm
when
not
you're like
interested in that.
40 and people are trying to look 20, right? Like
Yeah.
all those, like, what is it? Real Housewives people. I
Yeah.
just saw an ad for it. Wait, I don't watch the shows, but I saw an ad with my kids and we're like, wow, those women, not to shame anybody, but they look kind of odd.
Baby, you look
Crazy.
like you're trying.
Yeah,
too hard.
and
Like,
and
oh
it's
my
just
God,
like,
Lisa Rinna, like what is going
Yeah.
on with her? I don't know if I hope she wasn't sick or something and had to have, surgery, but she looks weird to me.
right. No, they all look very strange. Like when you see the cast photo or something, you're like, they all oddly look the same in a certain way, probably because they've all had the same plastic surgery done, right? And they've all asked for the same cheeks or chin or whatever the heck it is. And that kind of pressure as you get older, it's like, please, we've lived a life, we've worked a lot. Just give me some peace. Just let me be how I am. Don't shame me. It's like, I'm not talking about,
WBNC. We do not
yeah,
care.
yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. I mean, shout out to Melanie there,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Because, I mean, she hits the nail right on the head.
Sure did.
Because, of course, when you feel like you want to be attractive, you want to be able to do yourself up or whatever, but some days just let me
what it
be.
is.
And if I want to go to the beach and I want to wear a two-piece, then fucking let me wear a
Exactly.
two-piece and don't be like, oh
Bother
my
you,
God,
look
my
at me.
eyes,
Right.
right? I mean, Europe is completely different.
Oh,
It's very
yeah.
funny because in Europe, it's like if you're female, you wear a two-piece. Unless you're a competitive swimmer or something.
Wow.
Right? That's just the standard kind of bathing suit for women. So you see 80-year-old women in two pieces and nobody gives a fuck.
That's interesting.
It's just like, yeah, here I am. I've lived my life. I'm 80 years old.
Going
and I'm at the
swimming.
beach.
Right.
And it's just so
Interesting.
crazy here how people are like actually, well, let's just say these people on social media will act actually offended that you even exist.
The land of
Right.
judgment.
Yeah.
Yes.
For real.
It's terrible.
That's a really vile thought to be repulsed by another human being.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
if you think
why
about
does it
it.
bother you so much? Like, you're so perfect. Of course, a lot of the time, right? Some of these people get called out and somebody does some research and they find out it's some, like overweight 45-year-old man living in a basement, right?
Right.
So,
Lord have mercy. But yeah, stay sexy, stay old, or whatever age you are.
keep aging. It's good to be alive.
Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning in to another episode. If you enjoyed what you heard, please follow, comment, and reach out on our socials. Also, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. If you resonated with anything in the episode, be it products or topics, make sure to check the show notes for additional information, or shoot us an email if you like. See you next time.